Our president has traveled to the United States, and he started this visit in Pennsylvania, and we will have a lot of news from the United States as the president plans to present his victory plan to Joe Biden and will also show it to other officials, including Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. But I propose to listen to what exactly and how our president's visit will go, after all, from him. Good health, dear Ukrainians. We are starting our visit to the United States, and we are now flying to Pennsylvania. This is a special visit, after which we will go to New York and Washington. This fall, we will decide what will happen next in this war. Together with our partners, we can strengthen our positions, which is necessary for our victory, a common victory for a truly just peace. Ukraine will present a victory plan in the U.S., with the president being the first to see it. The plan will also be shared with leaders of partner countries who can help us achieve victory. We will also present it in Congress to both parties, both candidates, for the presidency of the United States. Zelenskyy also emphasized in this specific address from the plane that it is now being determined what the legacy of the current generation of state leaders, those in the highest offices, will be. He announced that in the coming days he would meet with the leaders of the Global South, the Group of Seven, Europe, and the heads of international organizations. Zelenskyy also said in an interview with The New Yorker that he found it appalling that the President of the United States, Joe Biden, will not support Ukraine's proposed plan for victory, as, according to the President, it would lead to a very long war with a large number of dead. Zelenskyy noted that this plan was generally developed with Biden's support in mind, and said that if he does not want to support it, I cannot force him. If he refuses, then we have to continue to live according to Plan B, and that's a shame. When asked what would happen if Biden did not support the victory plan, the president said it would suggest Biden did not want to end the war without Russia winning, leading to a prolonged, exhausting conflict with many casualties. Having said that, I cannot blame Biden for anything. In the end, he took a step when he decided to support us at the beginning of the war, which encouraged our partners to do the same. We recognize Biden's great achievement in this regard. His move was already a historic victory, but Zelenskyy emphasized that the victory plan is to quickly strengthen Ukraine in order to obviously continue the war against the Russian Federation and not let the Russian occupiers win. Strong Ukraine will force Putin to negotiate. I am convinced of this. It's easier. I just used to talk about it, and now I put it all on paper with concrete arguments and steps that will strengthen Ukraine during October, November, and December, and make a diplomatic end to the war possible. Putin will understand the depth of this plan and the commitment of our partners to strengthening us, and he will also realize an important fact. If he is not ready to end this war in a fair and just way, and instead wants to continue trying to destroy us, a strong Ukraine will not allow him to do so. Moreover, continuing to pursue this goal would also significantly weaken Russia, jeopardizing Putin's own position. The Russians have certain nuances regarding this issue. While it's not yet a problem, it's fair to refer to it as nuances. Let's recall the reports from Washington Post journalists stating that the Russian Ministry of Defense is demanding Putin sign a mobilization decree due to a lack of resources for their war of aggression. They do have the strength to attack in certain areas of the front, but they do not have a powerful and large resource to carry out offensive operations. Concerns support in terms of ammunition. There were several different media outlets reporting that the Russians had increased production, particularly of tanks, by 130 to 150% for various weapons. weapons. At this rate, they could overtake the German Bundeswehr in terms of weapons in 2 to 7 months. However, an important aspect of this story is the fact that the Russians cannot rebuild important equipment such as electronic warfare, air defense, aircraft, attack aircraft, fighters, and bombers in large numbers. They get a lot of their shells from their friends in Iran and North Korea, and they also get their chessboards and spare parts, as well as ballistic missiles, although without launchers, at least for now. This shows that not everything is perfect with the Russians. Perhaps the plan that Zelenskyy is proposing to Biden and other world leaders is designed to prevent the Russian Federation from expanding its military capabilities. In recent days, this has also been discussed. Reuters wrote that the United States wants to strengthen sanctions, in particular to close the workarounds by which Russians acquire dual-use technology, which are then used in weapons against us. Against this background, Bloomberg, citing informed sources, wrote that the victory plan that President Zelenskyy is to present to Joe Biden includes an invitation to Ukraine to join NATO and a commitment by the United States to provide constant supplies of modern weapons. According to Bloomberg, there's an invitation to join NATO. The victory plan also provides for a clear path to Ukraine's membership in the European Union and other economic and security arrangements. This is indeed a great plan, and it is desirable that it be supported in the United States. However, there is a caveat. For Ukraine to become a full-fledged member of the North Atlantic Alliance, the words of the United States are not enough. Absolutely all members must speak out, and it must be a unanimous decision.